1:30 in the afternoon on the 5th of March 2014. This one's a bit contentious. This is the horoscope of Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin, according to Astro.com, was born on the 7th of October 1952 at 9:30 in the morning in St. Petersburg, used to be Leningrad, in northwest Russia, making him Libra with Scorpio rising and a moon in Gemini. The challenging aspects in Vladimir Putin's chart are basically twofold. Firstly, he's born with Pluto on the midheaven. Challenging aspect for anyone, let alone someone with Scorpio rising. So to have the ruling planet, Pluto, on the midheaven in Leo does bring a sense of immediacy into things around government, order, structure, power. The North Node is opposite the midheaven on the nadir. And both for Pluto, midheaven and North Node axis are all T-squared to Jupiter in the 7th house of relationships in Taurus, retrograde. And the ramifications of this when it comes to A, the psychological undertones and deeper urges that empower this chart. B, the both desire for and sometimes inability to make happen for balance and equality and sharing. And C, the genuine desire to protect the motherland. Make no mistake, Vladimir Putin is a firm Russian patriot and he believes in Russia, in Mother Russia, and very clear from his horoscope. And very passionate, so really healthy there. Also born with the Sun conjunct Saturn, square Uranus. The Sun conjunct Saturn is actually one of the nicest aspects in his chart. It's really hard when young, but when older, it does bring the willingness to bring structure, balance, teamwork, sharing and order. Especially because it's in Libra, admittedly in the 12th house. But the square to Uranus, again, the unpredictability, the sudden changes that can bring things to a sudden close or sudden acceleration. And indeed, this is being accented in his chart at this time. A Mercury-Neptune conjunction in Libra in the 12th house does give him a refreshingly soft and gentle poetic side. And this leads into some of the really nice aspects in his chart. With Mercury sextile Mars, there is a sharp, focused capacity for on-the-spot decision. With Mars trine Pluto and Mars trine midheaven, with Mercury on the midpoint between the two, there's a deep psychological but also very proactive and upfront, transparent way of dealing with things. No messing. You know where you stand with this guy. He's not going to, he'll play games, but he'll do so in a way that he'll face you down. I would not play poker with this guy. I really would not. He will take you to the edge. Scorpio rising as well. Whew. Crazy thing is, at this time, the transits to Vladimir Putin's chart are challenging. On the one hand, Saturn in the sky as we speak is opposite his Jupiter, squaring his node, squaring his Pluto, squaring his midheaven. And this will continue until August, September. On the other hand, Uranus in the sky is about to oppose his Sun. This is going to be happening to everyone born on the 7th, 8th, 9th of October. But for him, it's going to be less disruptive because he was born with the Sun square Uranus anyway. Next year, Uranus will oppose his Saturn. But this coming year and the year after, like 2015 as well, Pluto will square Vladimir Putin's Sun. And it is because of this that I feel that the large scale, the long term, the big picture, suggests that Vladimir Putin will not be in the same position of power and authority as he is now in 2 years from now, when Pluto has finished squaring his Sun. But with the nature of the aspects going on, one distinct probable outcome of this is that he will choose voluntarily to step back and probably go and buy a dacha down on the Black Sea, what's left of it, next to Gorbachev. Being facetious there. The retrograde Mars is taking place throughout Vladimir Putin's 12th house. And indeed, the most intense period of the upcoming Grand Cross, i.e. the middle 2 weeks of April, or the last 2 weeks of April, is very much focused on his son. So it's pretty clear to me from an astrological level that he is likely to become an increasingly important role player and linchpin in events of the coming couple of months. And if I were his astrologer now, I would be saying to him, keep your cards tight to your chest, keep your boundaries clear and firm, but also be ready to bounce if necessary. Be ready to show a degree of flexibility, knowing that you're already strong enough. You don't need to prove it to the world. Real strength comes from being flexible when you don't need to be, because that shows the strength of compassion and understanding as well. But then, does Vladimir Putin listen to astrologers? That's a question for another one. Okay, I'll leave it there. Catch you later. Bye.